Hello there, everybody. Here I am. This is a hot, sunny, early September afternoon. Just went for a fast 4-mile run, and this is lovely weather to drink this Arcan Albarino. So this is Rias Baixas from Galicia. Galicia is the little point of northwestern Spain that sticks out above Portugal into the North Atlantic on the Bay of Biscay. Or I guess to the north of it is the Bay of Biscay. It's the North Atlantic. It's cold. It's rainy. They get a lot of rain every year. It's all mountains, decayed like granitic soil. They speak a different language. They speak Galega here, and the people are actually culturally, heritage-wise, they are actually Celtic. They wear kilts, they play bagpipes, and the language is very similar to the language I want to say spoken in the Celtic, spoken in the British Isles. They're close to, historically, because they were like fishing people. The land is terrible in Galicia, which, if you know about wine, you know the terrible land is basically what you want to make great wine. But so the people from Galicia were like a seafaring people traditionally, because the land is so mountainous and rocky and just all granite and stuff. Like, you couldn't farm. There's no flat land. So everybody became fishermen. Everybody went away to sea. They were traders. They were explorers and stuff like that. And that's actually the label on this, on the Arcan. Those are mussels. This family, the family of Jose Maria Pombal, were traditionally made their living as, I'm going to butcher this pronunciation, Mieloneros, I don't know, mussel farmers. They are mussel farmers, but, and this is totally like normal in here in Galicia and in Rias Baixas. Like, they had some land and they grew some grapes, mostly for their own personal consumption. So they make 16 to 20,000 bottles per year. So that is 1,600 to 2,000, like about 1,600 cases of wine per year. 1,600 cases. And maybe a third of that comes into the US. So not a lot. Not a very common wine. This is Albarino. Albarino is the Galicia has all these different like local grape varieties that they grow that are unique to there and not common in the rest of Spain, because, like I was saying, the culture is very different. Albarino is the grape variety that I think has like become the most internationally famous, for very good reason. When it's good, when it's done right, it can be great. As far as I know, this is the only wine that they make. They only make this one wine. It smells salty, like briny, lemony, lemon zest. A little bit of like really ripe pear. Someday, I digress. Someday I should go buy a whole bunch of different varieties of pears and taste all of them, because I know that like Anjou pear versus Bosque pear versus I don't even know what, but I know that different pears taste very different. And this is like very like sweet, juicy sort of pear is what this smells like. Pear that I would want to like smear blue cheese on and eat for dessert. That's what this smells like. Doesn't smell like the blue cheese, just smells like the pear. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, smells like, it's a fair amount of like ripe, pretty tropical fruit. Not floral, like not flowery, but fruity and salty. And that is what it tastes like as well. Whoops. Yeah, salty. It has a really nice long finish. It's a little bit pithy. You get a little bit of like lemon zest that lingers and draws out the taste of the wine. That's cool. Yep, salty. Yeah, limey. It's at least medium bodied as a wine, and then actually, yeah, more salt comes back and lingers afterwards. It takes on more of a savory character on the finish and after the finish there. Mm. Yeah, lemony and like a little bit. It's not just lemon though. Candied lemon, like baked sort of lemon meringue, a little bit of pineapple. Then it gets a little bit spicy, savory, lime zest. There's a little bit of like that pithiness, and then more salt that draws the finish out. Medium bodied, and that salt, that core like minerally salt structure gives the wine some real like staying power and grounds it. This is a great wine for seafood, and not just for like whitefish, sole, or flounder or something like that. This is a great wine for scallops or oysters, fried oysters. Definitely, this is going to be a wine I think that I'm going to be really excited about, not just now, but in the winter when like Maine Oyster Week happens and like the Maine scallop celebrations and stuff. That's a little hint for something else, stuff that's coming up in the future. This wine is awesome, and this is under $20. This is like $18 retail, somewhere around there. Oh, I should say fermented and aged in stainless steel, fermented with natural yeast. No additives or anything like that in the winery. I mean, obviously they add sulfur to it to stabilize it, but they are a very traditional little family winery that just, you know, like they make this for their own personal consumption. That's why they started making wine. So like they're making it for themselves. They're not making it to export. They're not adding a bunch of crap because they think like, oh, that's what Americans want. They're making this for them, and then we're lucky enough to get some of it. I'm gonna leave it there. Arcan Albarino, really good wine for not a lot of money.